Cabinet of Curiosity was a project that we started from Lauderdale House, myself as an Education Outreach Officer, in partnership with Channing. Over the 6 weeks, we explored a number of different materials, different processes. The project was originally developed in partnership with Channing, which was part of their community give back, which meant that Parliament Hill was able to take part as well.
One of the best kind of parts of this project being funded for us is giving access to our diverse students. I think for them to all be able to engage in the same project, to have the same opportunities, to spend time working with an artist, finding out how it really feels to work through artistic process in a different way to GCSE was just brilliant for them, wasn't it?
So I was brought in because I do a lot of sculpture, primarily clay, and we looked at it connecting with nature and for the groups of students at both schools to experience looking at what's around them, but not just in drawing, but drawing with hands, using clay, imprinting, thinking about texture, thinking about materiality, and they ended up using porcelain, paper clay, cyanotypes and bronze. So we did sculpting in wax, which then they abstracted using their drawings and the visits around the garden to inform their designs and their pieces of sculpture. These were then displayed for part of Highgate Festival in the June, and now both schools are displaying their respective pieces of work within their schools.
Cabinet of Curiosity was based on a former resident of Lauderdale House in the 1800s. His name was James Yates. James Yates was a collector of antiquities, but one of his obsessions was exotic plants. And he had a greenhouse on site, and he used to document the growth over certain periods of time of these kind of organic materials. And so in this period of time, we're trying to reflect that in a creative way.
It was such a fantastic opportunity for them to get involved in materials that they don't normally use.
Exactly. We got outside and they were experimenting with the drawings and from nature, and then taking it forward and looking deeper into nature.
Alison was fantastic because she's been a teacher and she really planned so well. It was so thorough, and she'd really thought about the full range of our students. The full spectrum of students that we have were able to really get on board and produce work in line with one another, and I think that was really important for us.
What was really great about the project Cabinet of Curiosities for myself as a practitioner is because I got to explore my processes but through children that would never have this ability to do that. What was lovely to be able to explore using porcelain paper clay, which in itself is quite an expensive material to use. They actually got to really explore using it and really explore it without worrying about the outcome. So there was no, I didn't have a set idea in mind of this sculpture must look like this or represent this. That was really key. And it was about exploring the materials. And I think what was really lovely is to be able to bring in to schools that don't have this ability to use bronze. That was really lovely that Lauderdale House and the schools could bring this together.
I think my highlight of the whole project was not actually the culmination. So similar to the ethos of the whole project was young people were doing work in porcelain, and it was kind of abstract but also organic, inspired by Alison's work in the first place. You could see the porcelain paper clay that can be moulded in your hands to a very thin kind of papery thickness, that it was just unfolded in the hands of the young people, and even they were surprised at what was happening, and it seemed like the process had led them to a place of self-discovery.